I'm a trainer, and these are the suggestions and recommendations that I get at the end of the trainings. Almost nothing. And it really pisses me off that people after 2 or 3 days of trainings, they have nothing to recommend me, to tell me to improve. It pisses me off because I don't think that it's because I'm a great trainer and I make great trainings. But it's because most of the people have a low critical thinking. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about critical thinking, and I'm going to be an advocate of it. And it's not an easy thing, but I'm sure that maybe all the people in this room heard of critical thinking. It's even in the manual of Toastmasters project number 2. But I will tell you my vision, what is critical thinking. Let's say, and let's take a critical thinker, and think and imagine that that person is like a 5-year-old child. It's a person that asks questions. It's a person that is curious, and it's never satisfied with the answer that he or she gets. You know, do you remember that commercial with the child that asks, oh, how big is a small egg? Do you remember it? So this is like a critical thinker. Somebody that is never satisfied and wants to see more perspectives upon the egg. Now, it's tough times, because our thinking is challenged. There is a saying that a quality life is influenced by the quality of the thinking that we have. But a quality thinking is jeopardized. It's threatened. So I will tell you a few things that are threatening our critical thinking. First, it can be the fact that we don't have all the information. This is the truth, and we have only pieces of puzzle. Maybe it's because we have errors and prejudices upon something, and we cannot see everything as it is. Another aspect that influences our development of critical thinking, it's the fact that we human beings are trying to validate our beliefs. So if we have a belief about something, we will see and look at the people in order to confirm and validate our belief. For example, if I believe that Romania is a crappy place to live, you know, I believe this, so I will see the garbage around my block. I will see the holes in the road. I will see the bad politicians, the shitty news, and so on. And yeah, I will say, Romania is a really crappy place to live. So this validation of our beliefs also influences our critical thinking. And there is another thing. But this one is a bit more serious. And we have to be prepared to listen to it. So we will make just a short warm-up in order to be prepared. So I kindly ask you to stand up very fast. Stand up. Take your arms and put them like this. Put your arms down. Put your arms up. Put your arms like this. Like this. And now put your left hand like this.
Hold.
Okay, and now you can have a seat. We had some reactions, and this is because the third reason is manipulation. We sometimes, very often, we follow, we go, and just follow the people, what they are telling us. We don't know why we do those things, but because some people with a position, they tell us, we just repeat, and we reach some unexpected positions. When I decided to speak about critical thinking, it was after a documentary. And it was a documentary regarding Nazi Germany, and especially the Operation Barbarossa, which was the hugest military invasion in all human history. And millions of soldiers and guns went to conquer Russia and to defeat it. And I saw some images, and I was trying to think, when those Germans were marching, walking for thousands of miles to defeat Germany, or maybe to die far away from their homes. I was thinking, what is in their mind? Are they happy marching with their arms? Yeah, we gotta conquer the world? Or were they more critical and thinking, okay, it's something that is wrong here. This Hitler, this guy is kind of crazy. I don't know what was in their mind. But for sure, if more people at that time had more critical thinking, maybe these images wouldn't have been on the screen. And now, the times have changed. But this doesn't mean that it's better. And also, on the National Geographic, where I saw the documentary about Nazi, I saw something about the 80s and how the culture and media influences the generations ahead. And the Rambo, the movies, all the 3 movies, had very well-planned political actions behind. So the first movie appeared in the 82. The American society still had a bad impression about the Vietnam War. So they made the movie when the veteran, the soldier, comes back in America in order to make the people feel better about the war in Vietnam. Then in 85, they wanted to change again the opinions of the society that we didn't lose the war, because they did. So they made Rambo 2, when he goes back in Vietnam, he kills a bunch of Vietnamese, he saves all the American prisoners, and he comes back, and the people were very happy that they won the psychological war. But that was, again, some kind of manipulation. Again, Rambo number 3, 88, is because the war in Afghanistan. So Rambo takes his big gun, his knife, and he goes there in order to show how bad are the Russians and how much justice America does in this world. There is a lot of manipulation. There are a lot of things that influence our critical thinking. But we must be aware of that. And we must stand up. And we must never forget that the quality of our thinking influences and gives the quality of our life and the quality of our community and society. It is something difficult, but I want to let you with a quote, with something that represents the meaning of critical thinking. A shepherd is always trying to persuade the sheep that her interests, their interests, and his interests are similar. So I'm going to repeat this because it's very important. A shepherd always tries to persuade the sheep that their interests and his interests are the same. Let's not be sheep and let's not be shepherds, but let's be 5 years old boys and girls with a critical thinking that can write beautiful folk tales. Thank you.